In this vlog, I investigate the question of how security has been distributed through capoeira. That is to say, how playing capoeira has reduced the threats to the game imposed by the state and increased protection of the art and its players. The directives to individuals are clear in terms of remaining alert on the street, close to one's opponent, not getting caught in the other person's game, and taking advantage of situations. When considering the social and political force of the game, capoeira gained vital traction when Bimba brought his shows to the attention of state authorities. By performing capoeira in public events, he issued a challenge to the racism that informed public policy, including the law against capoeira. The longevity of capoeira has relied on players making decisions to pursue and promote their art, and there are three mechanisms by which capoeira has distributed security: by keeping inequality problematic, by mobilising instructive violence, and by maintaining the possibility of other outcomes. There is a ladainha that ends, "If I were the governor of Bahia, you would not be doing this to me." Keeping inequality problematic involves maintaining discourses of difference and drawing attention to violence in relationships of power. There is a reflection on the military and the Catholic Church, the two most powerful institutions in 20th century Brazil, and their structures are partly adopted and partly inverted by capoeira. There is a song that runs, "My teacher was Solomon. He walked with his feet in the air and his head on the floor." The second mechanism for distributing security through capoeira is mobilising in structural violence, demonstrated by the ability of early players to gain students despite legal prohibition and social disapproval. Capoeira continues to celebrate its black heritage and has spread around the world to countries that have slaving histories and suffer from contemporary racism. The third mechanism is maintaining the possibility of other outcomes. The game can change at any moment, and a sweep that brings the more experienced player to the ground will always raise a cheer. The persistence of players to develop and practice the art means that capoeira has survived, and the stories that it embodies have outlived the brutality of state oppression, and black history is celebrated as an important part of Brazil's cultural and political heritage. Foregrounding the African experience, including of those who were enslaved, places centre stage the violence that created the forms of order and disorder that persist in Europe, Africa and Brazil. It presents people not as possessions, aggregate numbers, biological or physical disasters of abuse, but as agents with an identity and history who experience, interact and share what is personal and significant.